What's good, everyone? It's Nigel Black Sex Pal. Today's session, you see me loading the bar, so it can only be one thing. It is a leg day. I normally train legs twice a week. I separate quads and hamstrings. Today is a quad-dominated session, though I did do some hamstrings as well. But I do separate the two. And for those of you who know about my infamous session, my 50 rep, 40 rep, 30 rep, 20 rep, 10 rep sets, today was that day. And I have a love-hate relationship for this session, as you guys know. You can see me starting off here after I've warmed up sufficiently with 50 reps. 50 reps at about 90 degrees. So as you can see, I'm not going ass to grass, but it was 60 kilos on the bar. I am performing 50 reps for the first set. Now, the idea here is to create as much pain in your quads as possible. And the more pain you feel, obviously you know the difference between growing pain and actual injury. You don't want that sort of pain, but you know that burning sensation you get when you've dominated a certain body part, whatever that body part may be. You know that burning sensation you do feel. That's what you're aiming for when you hit this session. And with 50 reps, believe me, you do not have to go ass to grass to feel this. If you can go ass to grass, 50 reps, 60 kilos, go for it. Absolutely. But as you can see here on my second set of 40, it's more about 90 degrees there or thereabout and back up. 1 minute rest between sets. Now, as you get better at this, if you do decide to try it, try to decrease the rest rate. Now, that's the real killer. It's not so much the reps, though the reps are brutal. The rest period between sets is an indication of how tough you are, how fit you are, how good you are on quads, how built you are, how strong you are, how developed you are in the quad area. You know, I've tried this session with many people, and everyone has left this first set screaming or suggesting how tough it was. It doesn't matter your level of fitness, you are always going to find this session really difficult. So if you fancy a challenge, I would say add this one to your list of leg days. If you really want to push yourself, if you want to test your cardio as well, this is another session, like a session for you to try. And here I'm on to set number 3, still keeping it 60 seconds rest between sets. And like I say, you can see the angle here. I am not going ass to grass because, to be honest, doing this amount of reps, I can't go ass to grass. I ain't that strong. You know, full admittance here. I am not that strong or that fit to go ass to grass doing this session. I am pretty much gas here. Moving on to the fourth set at 20. These sets tend to come around rather quickly. If you want to see how quickly a minute goes, try doing this and rest in 1 minute between sets. And by the time I got to set number 4 here, I know it's only 20 reps, so I'm kind of going slightly lower, as you can see here, because like I said, I know it's only 20 reps, so I'm really trying to get every ounce of fatigueness out or into the muscle, whichever way that works. But the idea is to fatigue and obliterate the quads doing this session. And on to set number 5, fifth and final set for this set of exercise. And as you can see, I'm going all the way down now. The burning is sensational, by the way. It may look easy. You cannot see the look on my face or anything like that. Thankfully, you can't, because it's not a pretty sight. This really does hurt, as much as it probably looks fairly easy. Anyone who's tried this would know, would testify to the pain. So anyway, give it a try. Let me know in the comments as well, please, if you've tried it, how you felt. If you're able to go ass to grass, then congratulations to you, because I certainly can't. I really can't. So yeah. Then I moved on to front squats. I took the weight up to 100 kilos. By then, my legs were so pumped. It was yeah, it barely moved the thing, to be fair. And that's always the way after doing a first few sets like I've just done. So the front squats here, and this is how I carry out my front squats. I keep my arms stuck out to the front for balance. I mean, if you find it more comfortable doing it another way, then do so. But this is how I perform my squats, my hands stuck out to the front, because I find it easier to do it this way. Some of you may find it better holding the bar. The front squats is another great exercise. It's obviously harder than doing a back squat. You're able to squat more doing a back squat than you are a front squat. So it tells you that most of the weight is predominantly on your quads when performing the front squat. Yes, of course, you're going to bring into your glutes and hamstring as well, but the reason it's you most likely find it more difficult is because the weight is more focused on your front quads, on your quads when doing this, as opposed to your hamstrings. That's where I feel it the most, and that's why I keep the front squats as part of my routine almost on every legs, or at least every other leg sesh. You haven't seen me doing calves a lot. I do calves pretty much every day. Please, calves is one of those exercises, one of those body parts, that you should really do almost daily. It's one of those stubborn growth area for me and for most people. And it is that way because we don't train. It's one of those exercises, like I say, abs is another one that you could almost train almost every day as well, or every other day at least. But certainly calves. Train your calves every day or every other day. Really punish them. To see growth in your calves, you really have to train them. I did about 4 sets on the calf raises, before I move on to the leg extension you see me performing here. I started off doing single leg extension. I combined that with a double leg extension. So I think I did 5 one side, then did 10 or 15 reps on the double leg here. So that's what I did for 4 to 5 sets, single leg, then double leg. And again, having done the previous sets, as you saw me do on quads, this was this hurts, and I didn't have to go very heavy on this. This was more about fatiguing every last ounce out of the muscle doing this exercise. This is a great exercise for growing your quads. It's an easy exercise. Listen, it burns as having done what I did previously, you will feel the burn doing this exercise. So I would say build up to this exercise. I don't go into this as my first exercise. I think it's a good exercise to warm up on. And I know everyone does it differently. Listen, there's many ways to skin a cat. If you start off doing leg extension and it works for you, then do that. But I find that I want to start off on my strongest exercise before I go into leg extension. I know some people, like I say, some people do it the other way around. They say you start off on your weaker exercise, then go into your strongest. Again, I mean, listen, I'm not here to talk smack or to talk anyone's sessions down. If that's the way you do it and that's the way you find growth, then crack on and do it that way. Like I say, there's many ways to skin a cat. Then I move on to 4 sets of these good mornings on the Smith machine to finish off the session. I went on to do the air bike at the end, but this was pretty much the end of my session. It was a heavy quad session, more of a light hamstring session, but nonetheless, it was a great session, as it always is, doing these high rep sessions. And that was pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. For now, much love. Take care. Peace.